Good morning, 47. Our Providence contact has shared the identity of the Shadow Client, a former mercenary and bodyguard by the name of Lucas Gray. His past is a black void, but our analysts are digging deep. Meanwhile, we've had a breakthrough of our own. Comparing the malicious attack patterns with global shipping and transportation routes, we've figured out how Mr. Gray and his paramilitaries move around the world undetected. They're using the distribution network of the Delgado cartel, Colombia's biggest drug manufacturer. Clearly, Gray must have struck a deal with the Delgados. Consequently, if we can cripple the cartel, we can severely limit the malicious strike range. But to do so, we need to slay a three-headed serpent. Sociopathic cartel head Rico Delgado and his two closest lieutenants, PR guru Andrea Martinez and savant chemist Jorge Franco. With equal parts guts and guile, Rico Delgado runs a thriving billion-dollar criminal empire. The word is, the brutal and volatile cartel head is hell-bent on becoming the #1 drug lord in the world. To achieve this, Martinez, a childhood friend of Delgado's, has been buttering up state leaders and decision-makers, paving the way for an expansion of the Delgado logistics network, while the brilliant but aloof and antisocial Franco has been hard at work developing a new type of super cocaine. So, three of Colombia's most infamous crime lords inhabiting a decidedly hostile environment. I will leave you to prepare.
Welcome back to How to Hit a Man. I'm BurningDogFace, and we've got to kill a cartel, which is so intimidating that it's not even funny. Dear God. Well, I guess I'll give a start giving a shout out to Elthwar, who says, I have severe doubts that the Palace robots would be anything more than a money sink in practice. Battery life is one of the things limiting exoskeleton rig research in the real world, and these robots would be even more power hungry. But I do think if 47 was the kind to quip, I feel like when leaving the room after Knox's death, he would have said something about preferring a more reliable weapon. Yes. Well, that is a very unusual secret headquarters, not very hidden, but definitely a cool set piece for secret agents to fight in. It does also seem like Providence is much weaker than they'd like to admit. Huh. They did definitely give me the impression they rule the world. Shout out to Long Play Central, who says, I tried playing these games years ago. I found them to be just brutally hard. I guess I'm just not cut out for this sort of game. You know, that it is true these aren't for everyone. The, level of, stealth and restraint you have to play out to, do them right is, way up there. Way higher than I was expecting after my limited experience of the first one. Of course, I suppose it was harder in the old days because, for one example, they gave you absolutely no indication whether or not someone was going to recognize that you're not supposed to be who you are. These little circles are a godsend. We've got work to do. So, Rico Delgado. Rico Delgado is the dictatorial head of the Delgado cartel, a supremely successful family-based drug cartel based in Colombia. Rico uses his ruthless nature and personal charm to sway the minds of adversaries and partners alike, favoring the old ways of offering people the choice between silver and lead. Ooh. I see what you did there. Rico Delgado grew up with his younger brother Hector in the volatile cartel business during the early 90s. Rico was quickly chosen to be the successor of his father, though he had to postpone that plan and the Colombian government cracked down hard on the cartels. Rico had to flee the family estate with his mother and younger brother when the military started bombing the compound, and just days later he would see pictures of his dead father in the newspapers and the hurt on his mother's face. Living with his mother's relatives in Santiago, and spending summers at his uncle Fernando, who ran the infamous Delgado cartel out of his old vineyard, Rico eventually decided he needed to go back home to Colombia to rebuild his father's empire. What met him was a ruin. But the people in the nearby village still remembered the good Don Delgado and what he had done for the villagers. The locals helped Rico rebuild parts of the Delgado mansion grounds, and he also discovered that the locals had kept on growing the local coca fields. Yeah, that would help. With things in progress, Rico started on a plan to rebuild the Delgado Empire. Determined to bring the Delgado name back to its glory days, Rico saw the rebuilding of his family empire as his primary objective in life. With the occasional assistance of his younger brother Hector, and the full-time support of his uncle Fernando's adopted daughter Andrea Martinez, Rico Delgado quickly liaised with the Delgado family's connections and old smugglers, rebuilding the network from the ground up. To begin with, the trio focused on various types of contraband to keep under the radar and to build up a solid logistics network, but he soon got back into drugs as well. In 2009, Rico Delgado got in touch with his uncle's old chemist and brought him into Colombia, and together they started a new production line, hidden away in the nearby jungles. Any method, any disguise. Sorry about that. Jorge Franco, or however that was meant to be pronounced. Jorge Franco was born in Santiago at a time when Chile was slowly starting to make real progress as a country and society. As a child, Franco would often overhear his father having strange conversations in foreign languages with burly-looking men clearly not from the government. Domestic abuse is a regular thing in the Franco household, and the children quickly learned to stay away from the house when Jorge Sr. was in one of his moods. Oh dear. When Pinochet took over in 1973, violence came with him. Jorge Franco Sr. vanished without a trace one evening in 1976, and 2 weeks later, young Jorge and his siblings were crossing the border into Argentina. From there, they traveled to the United States. While Franco was never quite sure how his mother managed to get them into the U.S., he later assumed that his mother had simply provided the American government with all the information she had overheard his father sharing with the Russians that frequented their home. Franco eventually graduated from college in the early 1980s, holding a degree in natural science with a chemistry focus. He got a job working for a local high school where he taught chemistry and physics for many years, while at the same time building up a rather unhealthy gambling addiction. After Pinochet was removed from power, Franco decided to go back to Chile to discover his roots. His mother had passed a few years earlier, and Franco never really found the U.S. to be a suitable home. Besides, he owed a substantial amount of money to a local gangster due to his habit of betting on the wrong horse. So Franco simply ran away, leaving a wife and young child to fend for themselves. What lovely people. While Franco didn't discover what happened to his father, he did manage to find some rather unsavory people. One of those people was Fernando Delgado, a winemaker of small repute and known drug manufacturer who would often lend money to people in exchange for favors. Upon learning that Franco was a gifted chemist, Delgado told him he'd waive any debts in exchange for his services as a chemist. Franco agreed and found that his new vocation suited his needs very well indeed. He stayed to the Delgados until 2004, when everything was torn down around him. Don Fernando and his son were killed... Wait, that would be Don Delgado, wouldn't it? And his son were killed in freak accidents, and the empire crumbled around him. Franco, fearing for his life and suffering from severe PTSD, went into hiding, but was brought back a few years later when Fernando Delgado's young nephew, Rico, found him and brought him to Colombia. Franco was never quite the same, though. Franco has now been working with Rico Delgado and his partner Andrea Martinez for more than a decade. He has developed several new brands of cocaine for an ever-hungrier market, and is considered a full partner in the Delgado cartel. He still suffers any occasional lapse into gambling, but has managed to turn his focus more and more on running the manufacturing part of the business. Any method, any disguise. And, last but not least, Andrea Martinez. Andrea Martinez is a cutthroat former marketing executive now working for the Delgado Empire. She worked in advertising for a few years, but was drawn to the dangerous life of her rougher friends, the Delgado brothers, Rico and Hector. Oh, it was his uncle Fernando, huh? My bad. I confused the brother with the uncle. The allure of the drug business was tempting, so when Rico Delgado one day asked her to come along and rebuild the Delgado Empire, she immediately quit her job and went with him and Hector. The youngest daughter of the head of a Chilean cocaine cartel, Andrea Martinez grew up playing in the vast coca fields of her family's rural estate. When Andrea was 14, it was determined that she was to be sent abroad to study, while her older brothers were to take over the family business. Her father wanted her as far away from his dangerous trade as possible. However, only a week before her planned departure to the United States, the government cracked down on the Martinez estate and slaughtered everyone there while Andrea was visiting her uncle, Fernando Delgado. Now orphaned, Andrea was taken in by Don Fernando and treated as his own daughter. Fernando Delgado honored his friend's wishes and sent Andrea to America to get an education. She returned to Chile in 2002, living at the Delgado Villa for a few months before moving to Santiago, where she met up with Rico Delgado and formed a friendship with him. Determined to honor her father's wish and her uncle's expectations, she got a job in the advertising industry and worked there for a couple of years as a marketing executive. But tragedy struck as Fernando Delgado and his son were killed in an apparent accident in 2004. They're not talking about Hitman 2, the first one, are they? That's when that game came out, 2004. Is Fernando Delgado one of the targets? The effective dismantling... Wait, I can just check. It didn't seem to be, but I'm glad I checked. That would be a very nice reference to make. I suppose it probably didn't take place in 2004. The effective dismantling of the cartel following their deaths, however, brought back the specter of the past, and Martinez realized that some hidden hand was beneath the deaths. Worried for her life, she fled Chile and ended up in Colombia with Rico Delgado and his brother Hector. It might be pronounced a different way. There's an accent over the E, but I don't know anything about, Well, I don't know anything about most languages, to be perfectly fair. Together, the trio started what would eventually become the reformed Delgado cartel, quickly starting a new business and getting Martinez's hands dirty by creating a series of legal fronts for what would quickly grow into a substantial criminal empire. A vital part of Delgado's organization, Andrea Martinez travels the world under a range of assumed identities, expanding the business and making sure everything runs smoothly. Where Rico Delgado is responsible for the trafficking side of the business, Martinez is responsible for the business side of things. She engages in the bribing of officials, extortion, and information gathering that ensures the other cartels are kept in check, and she keeps the public eye away from Rico Delgado, though her magnificent skills at spinning stories and extorting people through her magnificent skills at spinning stories and extorting people based on the information she gathers through networks like Iago. It's all fucking tied together, man. Any method, any disguise. Okay. Starting location, Village Bus Stop. 47 has arrived in Santa Fortuna by bus and starts near the Village Bus Stop. Suit casual tourist. A stylish, yet casual outfit consisting of a dark blue collarless shirt and light, comfortable linen pants. Perfect for blending in with a tourist crowd. That's a different watch, which I find very funny. Swap that out for the chrome. Instead of the fiber wire, since we're not planning to strangle anyone in this outfit set, let's just take the lockpicks. And what are we gonna... Oh, I don't have any smuggle spots to make use of. Alas. I'll almost definitely get it after one go, though, since the first one is only level 2. Well, let's give it a shot. We're off to Colombia.
Welcome to Colombia, 47. The remote village of Santa Fortuna awaits you deep inside the Colombian rainforest. An iron-fisted Delgado cartel rules over the village and its surroundings. Security around Santa Fortuna and the closed-off cartel compound is extremely tight. Armed sicarios patrol the streets of the village, ready to enforce harsh punishments to those who do not comply.
Is that what that means?
Rumors persist of hidden transportation cave systems connecting the village, the cartel compound, and the hidden coca fields beyond. It is a rare occurrence to have all three cartel leaders present in the village at the same time. Expect that all targets are protected by scrupulous killers, armed with automatic weapons. Rico Delgado inhabits his fortified mansion on the outskirts of the village, while Andrea Martinez can be found in her village office or around Santa Fortuna itself. And Jorge Franco is engaged in development of a new drug in his field laboratory. Happy hunting, 47.
Three-headed serpent, Santa Fortuna, Colombia. Mission active. Oh boy. Honestly, maybe I should have worn something grungier, like the Kane and Lynch outfit, or the Freedom Fighters outfit. Because white guy in nice clothes kind of stands out in this. Oh, I'm just gonna be frank, it's a shithole. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's a very lovely, it's full of very lovely people. It's just not a very lovely place.
Oh, it could be a death trap before this water hits the electricity circuit. Oh, Madre de Dios, I can't afford it now.
I guess some of the NPCs have the proper accents. What's this guy wearing? Is that a towel around your neck? What? This is seriously just a residential area. Like, these are just houses. I mean, they're very small, but... Can I go in here? Will you get mad at me if you turn around? Hey, sup? Lead pipe! Well, it's not a wrench, but it's non-lethal, so that's nice. Oh, that's a wrench. I need your wrench.
Sorry, Jefe, but I'm in the middle of something and you need to leave.
Oh, okay.
Please.
I do like the added please afterwards. Like, I can be reasonable. Just climb in this window, take whatever that is. No, it's a clock radio. I can't take that with me. I can only use it as a distraction. No, I was just right. Yeah. Oh, on the ground. I see. Huh. This refrigerator is plugged in and working and facing the wall. What? Maybe they have strange cares in Colombia. Like, even if I could disguise myself as as one of the locals in their really, really casual clothes. Medico. Farmacia. So this must be the doctor's place.
I'm starting to get the impression that you don't get trusted with secrets very often.
That's a cave right there. That seems important. Now I need to take out the cameras, because this one saw me.
Okay. Said that? Proceed. Okay, I got it.
It seemed prudent to take out the camera right in front of the cave. What's that? A lead pipe. I've already got one of those, so I'll leave it on the floor. I mean, the ground. This is just a town-ass town, man. Where the hell am I meant to go? I guess I'll just look around. Just information stories.
Did you see the poster? Rico Delgado coming down to us dirty villagers to unveil some ridiculous statue?
Sure. I was at the bar last night and the band were really good. But
The Delgado cartel has decided to donate a statue to the village. There is going to be an unveiling in the town square. Rico Delgado will likely say a few things while presenting his gift to the villagers.
Both with the music and the drinking. But my husband told me nobody's seen them since.
So that's why Martinez and the Delgado sicarios are running around like hellish chickens. Must grind her gears to finally not have things go her way.
I'm sure they're fine. Probably just passed out somewhere, you know? Martinez will find them. She always gets in her way.
Espera. Paciencia.
Nice to see you. Don't get too
XI
cocky.
Festival Colombia. 24 to 30 Julio. Oh, it's trespassing up there. Weird. Weird, I could climb into someone's window and it's not trespassing. I let that guy have a soda. Oh, poster. It's a mission story.
So, the ever-classy Rico Delgado has commissioned a statue of himself to adorn the village square. Today's unveiling ceremony will feature a local band, and Rico Delgado will attend in person. I suggest you take a closer look, 47. This should be a unique opportunity to engage Delgado outside the walls of his compound.
Heart of Stone, and the other stories are called Submerged, which is a picture of a submarine without context. Undying Love, which is a picture of Martinez holding an envelope with a heart on it. Hallowed Ground, which is a construction site. Half-Baked, which appears to be the drug-making guy, Franco, looking in a dumpster. Deadly Art, I don't know what that is, but it's just sitting on a counter somewhere. Just a device of some kind. And Backpacker, which appears to be some guy who looks like a hippie. Oh, the statue of himself, I see.
What? Oh, my head.
You okay?
Shit, did I oversleep?
Yes.
Did the Martinez lady unveil his statue yet?
I didn't see anything.
Ah, sí. Ahora me acuerdo. Have
Gotta
you
go
heard
check the
about
stage.
David's new friend?
Maybe the others
She's
are still-
apparently a really
Thanks,
sweet,
compadre.
wealthy American
I bumped
woman.
into this guy and he
Also,
woke
she's
up. He must have been one of those
75.
guys they were talking
Not
about.
judging, just saying.
Oh, yeah, statue, covered in a tarp. I need to sabotage it, apparently. Am I allowed on the stage? The answer is probably not. Nope. Oh boy, that jumped real high. Okay, I need to become one of these assholes. Preferably before the statue happens. No, there's a guy already passed out over here. Oh no, he's just inside sleeping. Is that guy sleeping? Is that a dead body?
Calm down the music already. Maldita. Turn down our music right now.
Do I know him?
Do you know me? I'm gonna unlock the door right fucking in front of her. She'll go get a guard. Turn off fuse box. Maybe get someone out of this building. Excuse me. Disguised band member drummer, and he's covered in flies. I think this guy is dead. Like he overdosed. Deceased drummer. One of the band members hired to play at the statue unveiling has met with either an accident or has been drinking too heavily, causing some sort of fatal heart attack. Now the band is missing a drummer. Not anymore! rest in peace, asshole. Oh, coin. Well, he doesn't need it anymore. Oh, actually. Oh, no, don't need to reload. Good. Now I'm a drummer. I don't actually know what I've accomplished.
So, you managed to get everything fixed?
It's really difficult. I'm working. We're all working on it.
So the statue is still unstable?
I guess I can't do that till I find the other guy.
But as long as no one tampers
Can
with
I
it,
go up here? Nope! Yeah, I still need to become one of them.
And the van?
That is Andrea Martinez, the Delgado cartel PR officer and public face.
Oh. The foundation built for the statue, which is supposed to be unveiled by Rico Delgado, is seemingly very unstable and built using cheap materials.
still missing.
Guess what else will be missing if you don't get this in order? I'm returning to my
Oh,
office.
I need to get up
Get this
there.
fixed now.
I
Martinez is right there. Alright, I need to go there.
will take care of it. Does that foundation look entirely stable to you?
Well, I'm not Mason, but no. No, it doesn't. Looks to be a little crumbling around the edges.
Kinda like Rico, eh? Know what I'm saying?
Shh, are you loco? Don't talk about the boss like that, or you will go straight to the hippo holding Ben.
That sounds very bad.
Oh, I've got to go and drink.
I think he's going to go take a leak.
Hey, disculpe, excuse me. Seems like you're not...
Oh.
Just save yourself a lot of trouble. Hey, oh, wait! Ah!
Take him up here with me. I have no idea if this will work. Street soldier. Sabotage Rico Delgado statue. Not entirely sure what I just did. Drop disguise band member drummer. Locate 2 missing band members. No indicators. Okay. They meant that literally.
Oh. Fine.
I really hope nobody can see them up here. That's a shrine.
Just please take us to the World Cup. That's all I want.
Is that intel just there? No, it's a seat, I see. Oh, you look like a band member in the white outfit there.
Ay, my head.
Good party.
Ay, mierda. Perdón, señor. I'll be right there. It's not too late, is it? I'll go right now.
No, I think Raul was trying to catch a bus earlier. Don't know if he made it.
Good luck.
Great, I get a hint, and it's for the guy I already found. Well, I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you on the next episode of How to Hit a Man when we track down that last missing band member, so that we can have ourselves a ceremony. Till then, have yourselves a great day, Burning Dog fans. Check that out next time. Later.